Hello, everybody. So today I want to talk about my experience of being in a overprotective household and how overprotective parents got me to this kind of point as being 21 years old. So I'm gonna start with just being younger. Being younger, I would say it was hard. I always lied to my parents about where I was going, who I was going with, and that kind of created a separation between my mom and my parents growing up as an adult because the repercussions of this is just so harsh. We'll get to that point in a minute. But yeah, being younger, I used to lie a lot about where I was going and, if I was hanging out with a boy and, all this kind of stuff. And that could have easily be avoided by just communicating, right? Um, Again, I used to look up to my friends. I used to want to date, I was the fat, chubby girl that was really funny and I just wanted a boyfriend at the time. So I would try everything and anything to get a boyfriend, right? With that, I lied and I did some stuff and, X, Y, and the third, right? It brings me to here. Now, fast forward, being a 21-year-old woman, it feels really cooped up. I feel really trapped. Mental health is so important to be outside. I cannot stress this enough. It's so important to go outside and be with nature. Um, so at this point, it's summertime and I still kind of look up to people and say like, wow, like they get the ability to be outside and I'm 21 years old and I don't have the ability to be outside. But there's a lot of cons, with this. Being a parent, I never been a parent before, so I don't know how to nurture your child, right? Um, there's many different parenting styles as we discussed in my videos, right? There's gentle parenting, there is overprotective helicopter parenting, right? So there's different type of parenting, and at the age that I am, being 21, everyone's like, oh, like you're a grown woman, stick up for yourself. But again, I'm living under my mom's roof, right? So we have to still obey the rules, right? Other people, they have a lot of freedom. With a lot of freedom, there are pros and cons to that because, again, there's shootings out there, there's evil, wicked people out there, people who would take advantage of you, people who would steal, kill, rob, right? So there's a lot of things that are happening in the society, and all parents want to do is to nurture that kid so they don't get hurt or things don't happen late at night, or you get robbed, killed, murdered at night, right? There's so many stories out there, right? Again, the pros are going out with your friends, having alone time, having freedom. Your mental health is great. You have that kind of boundary with going out with your family and friends, and if you work too in the factor, you could be outside more, right? There's a lot of itsy bitsy pros in there, right? I would say being a child that used to lie and do things to get attention and to get accolades, and now being 21, wanting to have freedom, wanting to um, just go out and explore my horizon as a 21-year-old is very different. It's very different. It's a very different feeling. And I honestly do think that I do go outside, but I really want to go outside more and really explore and see what the world has for me as being 21, right? But at the end of the day, I am a woman and we are in 2026, and it is very hard to swallow the pill that a lot of people would as soon as you want freedom, that freedom would be gone because you would be gone of a blink of an eye because that's how society is. They take advantage of people who want to be free, people who are under strict parents. You know, you could tell a girl has strict parents just by how the way she acts and portrays herself than a girl who has freedom under the sun, right? That's all I have for this video, and I just hope this video reaches the girl that who is under their mom's roof and feels like they're trapped in their thoughts and they can't really go anywhere because of their parents, and how it really affects their friendships as well, because the friendships, it's one thing for a friend to understand, but it's another thing for your friend to not understand.